Hello again from Budapest. I'm Leslie and this is Jason.
Jason.
Still Jason. We are early retirees, just traveling around as much as possible, and we use this YouTube channel as our personal video diary of our travels. We are doing a review of our second week in Budapest of the 4 weeks we'll be here, and we'll just kind of walk through the different things we've done this week, which wasn't too exciting.
Average life.
Average life. We went to the fancy McDonald's. We forgot to talk about the beginning. It's in Nayugadi
I'm sure it's
Square.
exactly what it sounds like.
And it's like a 1800s 2-story building. It's supposed to be a fancy McDonald's. We had French fries. It was thrilling.
I've been to fancier. Not really, just better locations.
Yeah, on the Mediterranean.
But it was still nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Then we went to City Park again. So we went last week, but we missed a bunch of the statues I've been looking for. So we went to City Park with a very ordered list of all the statues I wanted to find on the way. And we did find all of them except for the car. The 14-karat Roadster.
And the boots.
And the boots, yeah. So we went on this path, saw all these statues, and ended at where we didn't find it, the Museum of Ethnography. Is that how you say that?
Something like that.
Something like that. And it had in a guidebook it talked about it being like a skateboard ramp, which is kind of true.
Like a half pipe.
Yeah.
So
the two ends of the building.
Yeah.
So you could walk to the top, and it was landscaped, and we decided to walk to the top, and then I realized that the steps were see-through, like grates. So as we got higher and higher, I felt worse and worse. So I ran across the top and started going back down. You did both sides.
Yeah.
We did not find the statue.
Be a good place to work out. Lots to stairs to run up.
Yeah, if it hadn't been see-through, I would have been fine. But you could look down and see that you were
all the way to the ground.
3 stories.
I didn't really even notice it. So it really wasn't bad. It's just, if you focus on it, then you can see that you were high up.
I focused on it.
And it was hot.
It was hot. It's been hot, but then it got cool, and then the next couple days it's going to be hot again. Like hot being mid-80s.
Yeah.
Which is not what we packed for.
Well, sort of.
Sort of. But more towards
winter.
October weather. So after walking up that museum, we went to City Park and just walked around. Because the first day we went, we were overwhelmed with finding statues and didn't look at City Park.
And I don't know what else.
Oh, we heard music and we saw Hungarian dancing.
Yeah.
A concert.
Yeah, sort of a concert. It was live music.
It was live music.
Live dancing.
In traditional, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Hungarian
pretty
costumes.
much like clogging type deal.
Yeah, kind of like Irish.
Or German.
Yeah.
You expected them to see big beer things splashing together.
So we saw that, just
briefly.
Happened to walk by it. Didn't know it was happening. Then the next day we went to Margaret Island, and we finally adopted using the metro system.
Yeah.
And this has been revolutionary in our travels.
That's what we always say.
Yeah. We were walking 17 to 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah, you get all that energy when you first get here, and you're like, oh, I can walk this city.
Yeah.
Which you can. It's just that by the time you get somewhere, then you're pretty worn out.
And sweaty and hot.
Yeah. So then you don't get to explore as much of what you got to walk back.
Yeah. So we adopted the metro. We've been buying the pack of 10 tickets for like $13. So it's $1.30 per ride. There's some weird rules about whether you're on the underground metro or above ground, how many tickets you have to use, but
it's pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
But they do check frequently.
We've had monitors on a bus.
Which we haven't seen in other countries.
No, they have monitors at the stairs going into the metro because you can be fined like $60, $75 if you're caught, if you don't validate your ticket.
Just for being on the platform.
Yeah, if you walk past a certain line. So like there was a statue in a metro station and we were like, oh, we could just go down and look. And we didn't.
Because we saw other people on YouTube just went down and looked.
But then
the second time we went back, we decided we were going to take a trip. And so we were going to use the tickets anyway. Yeah, there were people checking. So.
Yeah. But it has revolutionized how far we can get and how quickly we can get there. We're still walking 10 to 14,000 steps a day, but with the exception of 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
But it makes it so much easier to get further out.
Yeah. Which is kind of the natural progress, I guess.
Yeah.
Like we get somewhere, we explore.
Which is good to figure out like where things are.
Yeah, when you're walking, you can see a lot more.
Yeah.
And learn where you're at.
Yeah.
Easier. If you just start taking trains and
you don't know where you are. Yeah, you don't see.
Or if you're underground, right?
So it's a good progression. And then we walked around Margaret Island when we got there, and it's just
it's an island.
It's a big island. It has a running trail around the entire perimeter. It's like parklands. It has a food bar area. Like last night we were there and they were playing Mamma Mia and people were dancing.
Outdoor movie theater.
Yeah, we just saw that last night too. Next to where they were playing dance music, so I don't know how that worked. And there are some ruins from an old abbey and monastery from the 1200s, I think.
Yep, which is where we saw Star Wars.
Yeah, there was Star Wars cosplay with like costumes and lightsabers.
And noise sounds.
Yes. And they were full-grown adults, like 30s
having
plus, having fun. And it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
watched.
Watching and
taking pictures.
Trying to.
It's something we all wish we could be brave enough to do.
I don't know about that. The next day, which was Sunday, it was kind of rainy. We only did 4,000 steps that day, but we stayed in the morning. We finally booked our flights to Thailand. I have nothing else planned.
Finally.
And we have about, 5 more flights to book internally for that trip. But we can at least are going to Thailand, whether we have anywhere to stay or not. We don't know. And then we went out that evening to go for a walk, to go to the Citadel, and it starts raining, and I'm very allergic to rain. So we turned around.
Slight drops of water. Yeah.
And it ended up raining pretty heavily.
Yeah, we would have been wet.
Yeah. But it was a nice down day.
Yeah.
And we got our flights booked, which was really good. And then the next day, which was Monday, we went to Memento Park.
Yes.
Do you want to explain Memento Park?
Okay. It was, we caught the tram to the bus.
Yeah.
And then rode pretty far outside
like
town.
An hour trip.
Yeah. Well, not far, but if you had a car, it wouldn't be far.
Yeah.
But bus-wise, kind of on the outskirts of Budapest, the city part.
Near the airport.
Yeah, and it's just a park where they took the old statues that aren't deemed politically correct anymore and put them into the park.
Soviet.
Yeah, Soviet statues. But yeah, so it wasn't, I don't think the Germans didn't leave any statues, so it was Soviet statues.
Yeah.
And it wasn't cross arrow statues. It was Soviet statues. Yeah.
Cross arrow is a Hungarian.
It was like the Nazi party.
In Hungary.
Yeah, in Hungary. So anyways, they all got moved out there, so you just stand in a field and look at these statues. But they have a nice presentation and sort of like a round little thing you walk around.
Yeah.
It was a good idea. I mean, it gives you the ability to still see them. And
We did not buy the guidebook, which probably would have been helpful, but
yeah,
you took pictures. Right?
yeah, I
So
took
you can
pictures
look it
so I
up.
can look it up.
And then I read that we got off halfway on the way back and visited a statue, but I don't know what statue we visited. That's not very detailed in my notes.
Oh no, that was when we were coming back and we decided to walk to get our steps in. So we took the bus back and we got to the tram across the bridge.
Yeah.
We got off and instead of taking the tram, we walked across the bridge. So we stopped at that statue that was in the park by part of the Budapest University. And it was a statue to the victims of communism. And
Oh, yeah.
with all the faces, you went over and sat in the shade.
Yeah. That's why I don't remember what statue it is.
Get rid of your sweat mustache.
I have it now.
And then we finished walking across the bridge and came back.
So then,
Which that was a really nice statue also.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it from where you were sitting.
I don't quite remember. I'm
You
sure
didn't
it was
really look
lovely.
at it.
Then the next day we attempted to go to the Citadel again. Again, it had been, raining in the morning? Yeah. I took a nap in the morning and then we went back to the Citadel. So Citadel's up on a hill. The Citadel itself is actually closed for renovation, but the whole way up, and we missed tons of statues, but there's statues and parks and lots of people with their dogs.
What do you mean we missed statues?
Remember I showed you that group of philosopher statues?
Oh,
We
yeah,
missed the
yeah.
prince and princess statues.
Guess we can go back.
Yeah, so we missed quite a bit of stuff.
But we saw overlooks.
Yeah, so you could see overlooks of the city.
No public restrooms, so I had to pee in the woods.
Jason peed in the woods.
Good place to do it though.
And
Lots of
then-
toilet paper. Everybody else has
It
to
was
pee.
definitely a pee hole. And then that's when we rode the metro back and found Yoda in the metro station.
Oh, I thought that was that other day that we.
No. And then we went in the mall because I, for some reason, been talking about Burger King, which I don't even like Burger King. But next to Burger King was Simon's Burgers, which I'd seen. There's a guy called Stuffed Cabbage that does Budapest videos on YouTube, and he talked about Simon Burgers and Smashy Burger. And we went to Simon's Burgers.
Simon Burger.
Simon's.
Oh, there it is.
Jason waited up front. The menu was in English. It didn't have a screen, but that wasn't a problem. Everything was in
Well,
English.
that's a little bit of a problem because you don't know when
Oh, they say the number.
they said
of
the
your
number
order
in
in
Hungarian, and you're kind of like, man, the language is kind of hard to understand.
It's very hard
So
to understand.
I tried to listen to what our number was in Hungarian, but
Those-
I couldn't match up with what they were
If you
saying.
look confused enough, then they say it in English.
Well, the second time.
Yeah.
But the first time,
But
I was just kind of confused, and I went up once, and he's like, no.
go away.
And the second time, it was right. But he totally acted like he didn't know who I was,
The
even
second
though I was standing there 5 minutes before I come
15
on.
minutes.
Anyway, it was mass confusion.
Yeah.
Simon's Burger needs some organization. It tastes good, but
Good.
no one, you got like 6 or 7 people in a little space with no one having any specific rule. This is what old people do. They
Complain.
analyze how the place needs to be better.
Well, you
It's
were
fine.
saying,
It just takes a while.
like I was sitting down with our seats, but you were saying like different people would put things in bags, and everyone came over and had to look in the bag to
Yeah.
see what was in there. Like
Just
there was
no
no like
organization.
assembly line.
Yeah, just sort of randomness. Young people.
Yeah, they did have a refillable. It was called refillable drink on the menu.
So
So
that was fun.
with a little plastic cup,
Little tiny cup,
tiny cup,
little
memento.
cup.
I still have it.
Yeah.
So I had a machine that you could, a drink machine, but they didn't have ice. Burger King next door had ice, but they didn't have ice.
But I got to watch the 2 people next to me who had ordered, and I don't know where they were from, but they didn't understand the machine. So they did a lot of like sticking their cup up real close to the top of it and trying to push the lever that you push your cup against to try to get the drink out. So that was fun.
That was exciting. Now we're to Wednesday. Wednesday we went just looking for statues. So I had a list of 8 statues probably, and mapped them out in order. And we rode the metro up. I can't remember where we got off, and just walked like Fisherman's Bastion.
We rode to the Margaret
Island.
And got off and walked.
And walked south along the Danube to find all these statues. But some were back in the neighborhoods on the Buda side, which was actually kind of interesting. It's places we would have never walked had we not been looking for the statues. So that's kind of what I've enjoyed about finding them, because
You see other things.
yeah, just different parts of town you would, as a tourist, not typically go into. So we found everything on our list. Well, not all of them, but the ones we were looking for that day. And then we crossed the bridge back to Pest, and finally made it to the Shoes on the Danube Memorial, which is statues of shoes where they murdered the Jewish people but made them leave their shoes on the banks of the river before they
Because the shoes could be worth money.
yeah. Did they shoot them or just push them in?
It depends. Sometimes I read that they sometimes shot them individually, or sometimes they would tie families together and shoot one person and let them fall into the water. And sometimes they would use their shoestrings. That's what I read online.
Like the tie?
To tie them up.
Oh. Well, anyway, it's a statue of tons of shoes along the water to symbolize where these murders.
To get you thinking about it.
Yes. It was very crowded. Lots of people getting really in there for their photos.
Getting down on their knees.
Saw some butt
Trying
crack.
to get some good shoe pictures.
Yeah.
But iron shoe pictures.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Yeah, it'd be better if it wasn't crowded. I was hoping it wasn't crowded last night so we could see it.
It was still crowded. We would have to get up early.
It's a major tourist spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's
In
part of
between
what
Parliament
it's
and
what you do
yeah.
when you come. Yeah.
Tours go there, so it's right where all the river boats, like all the river cruise boats, are kind of in that area. So it's very
The main area.
very touristy there. And then on the way back, also thank you to Stuffed Cabbage on YouTube. We went to a place called Cookie Beacon. Now, Stuffed Cabbage is from Hungary, and so they're like big, tall cookies stuffed with like the chocolate chip had like maybe chocolate in the middle,
Yeah.
something. They're
It's like-
not like cooked all the way, which is how I like a chocolate chip cookie. He didn't like them because they were too sweet. They weren't cooked all the way, and the sugar was grainy still, which are all the things I love about a cookie. It's definitely for an American palate. I would say it's definitely not a European cookie.
No, much more sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first we went to Cheesecake by Cookie Beacon and got
Got cheesecake.
a piece of chocolate chip cheesecake to go. And then we went to Cookie Beacon, which had like a rope lined up because you can get brunch there, but like typically there's a line out the door to get these cookies, but we just walked right in and we got
They were very nice.
they were very nice.
Which is surprising. I mean, not surprising, but very.
Like, do you want a bag?
Yeah, very smiling.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't know about smiling, but at least, helpful, and
Yeah, very kind.
which you wouldn't think for a touristy type thing.
So we got a chocolate chip cookie and then I think they gave us the wrong cookie. We're supposed to get like a double fudge caramel something. I don't think that's what we got. It was
Yeah.
very nutty. But anyway,
It was really good.
we paid $20 for a piece of cheesecake and 2 cookies. But it was pretty
It
good.
was. They were pretty good. I'd probably pay it again.
For the chocolate chip
Yeah.
and the cheesecake.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like, they call it Basque cheesecake, which we've had in Spain. It's sort of a softer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's different than ours.
Like American
what I think
cheesecake
of,
is like
yeah.
firmer, and
Yeah.
this is more of a
Like a cream pie or something almost.
yeah. I don't know how to describe it,
Yeah.
but it was actually good. I didn't like the cheesecake in Spain that much.
Yeah, it was a little bit more harder than that, firmer than that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I would go back. And then Thursday, I don't know what, today's Saturday. Thursday we went to another cemetery. 2 cemeteries.
I was waiting for you to say it because I couldn't remember.
I don't remember the name of the cemetery we went to.
It's too hard to pronounce. It's the New Public Cemetery
Oh, okay.
in English.
And it was, again, pretty far outside of town. We had to take the metro. We take the train or the metro and then a bus.
Metro, then train. M3 to the
You took a train?
101E.
We took a bus.
No, we took the M3,
Yeah,
the metro,
metro.
then we got on a bus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
You said train.
Oh, well, I meant train M3.
Okay. And you had read reviews that people were ashamed of this cemetery, and it was.
Well, people that bury their
It's
family members in there.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Like we walked into this. What Jason wanted to see was in the very
Back.
far corner in the back. We walked back there and out, and it was 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
So almost 5 miles in and out.
And nobody, 5 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, total.
Total.
Yeah.
It was 10,000, over 10,000 steps to
Yeah.
walk there and back.
Nobody there.
There were 2 funerals, but as we kept going to where,
You're like in the back of the woods somewhere.
yeah, because it was military graves that
Yeah.
we were, but everything's overgrown. There were areas,
Not the military graves.
not the
Those are
military,
well kept.
but areas where people are buried, and ivy, and this was in the other cemetery too. They have a very big ivy issue, so you could tell.
Not poison.
No. You could see lumps in the ivy, so you knew gravestones were there, but you couldn't see anything. Or occasionally you'd see one headstone or a cross or something poking up, but it's just
Or somebody might go in and clear
clear
a path
path to a grave.
to one grave. Yeah.
So it is so overgrown in the back.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
makes it unique.
It's sort of sad, but
I mean, yeah, it'd be a fortune to keep that place up, but
yeah, you'd have, yeah.
it's so big. But, anyways, the military graves were nice.
Military graves were nice, but I don't know why they buried them in the back corner. And
I'm not sure. Well, that Emery guy was buried. I don't know, they may have buried him back there.
Emery.
Nagy or something.
Nagy, I think
Nagy.
is how they say it here. And then there was a Turkish cemetery, an Italian cemetery that you can't get
About
clear history on.
Yeah.
There's supposed
Soviet
to be,
war. A Soviet cemetery.
there's supposed to be a Muslim cemetery, but
Yeah.
you couldn't get in it, or
When I wouldn't really look. We were kind of exhausted by that time.
yeah.
At least one of us was.
I was sitting on a bench playing my game
Yeah.
on my phone.
Yeah.
So take your time. Well, then we finished that cemetery, and Jason's like, "There's a Jewish cemetery. It's just right up the road."
Right next door.
Well, that was
14 minutes.
14-minute walk, and then they're paving. So we're supposed to go in, and Jason's like, "We can go in." I'm like, "The paving machine," and they're putting down, what's that called? The black stuff. Blacktop. We can't walk through there. And he's like, "I think we could get through." And I wasn't having any of it. So then we found a gate that was open, so you were able to go in. And I sat on a bench and said, "You can look as
around.
long as you want. I'm very content right here." But then we go to leave, and someone had put a brick in front of the gate.
What? Yeah, I think they just didn't want it swinging open because they were going to come over there and pave, I think. I think they were going to pave that whole front lawn. So those guys had been over there talking. I think they probably were thinking if that gate opens, there's going to be cars coming in.
Yeah.
They want to pave the lot. They had to leave it open somehow for people to get in.
So I didn't really look around.
Yeah, I would have looked around more, but Whew, my hip was pretty sore.
We're old people,
Old people,
so
yeah.
I'm glad we're traveling at 50 versus 60 or 70. So then we had to ride the bus back and the metro, and I was starving because we tend to get up late for us, like 9 o'clock, because we stay up late.
So when you're starving, what's the best place to go?
Simon's Burger. But we eat breakfast at like 10, and then we don't eat all day unless we have like Haribo candy or something with us. We don't eat lunch. Sometimes I'll take an apple as we're walking out the door, but pretzels. So by 4 o'clock, I was starving, which could have been why I wasn't super interested in the cemetery.
Starving.
So we did.
Well, fortunately, when we went to Simon's Burger this time, it was very organized. It was the same experience.
But it was really good.
It was better the second time, probably.
It was. And we brought it back here because it's like 2 minutes from
So it was
home.
much less crowded, but it was still very disorganized.
But we brought it back, so we ate it in comfort.
Oh, and they have endless amounts of ketchup and mayo, which is shiny.
Like cups you fill it up in.
And you can
for
do it
free.
yourself, yeah, it's for free.
Because we paid, what did we pay? Like $1.50 probably for 2 little dippy sauces at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like the little
Tear open ones.
barbecue sauce, you would pay probably 75 cents per each one.
Mm.
But they had free mayonnaise and free ketchup. And then yesterday, so we're beyond our 2 weeks. We're here 2 weeks and 3 days at this point. Yesterday I don't know, I was just worn out. So I wanted to take a nap.
Well, we're going to go places, but we read about them and we talk ourselves out of
Yeah,
them.
we were going to go to the caves, and then we talked ourselves out of that. Then we were going to go to the House of Terror Museum, and we talked ourselves out of that. At some point, we were going to go to the Hospital in the Rock.
And we talked ourselves out of that.
It's $30 a ticket.
And you read reviews and you're like, yeah.
We've seen a lot of the type of history things that these things are. So it kind of makes it hard to commit.
Yeah. Well, and like the Terror Museum is Hungarian with a reviews for the English audio not good, so
yeah, so you can't get that much out of it. Or it says that every room has like a movie or things playing when you walk in it, so you can't hear the audio guide. So,
and you can kind of just read about it online, and yeah.
Anyway, either the price or something.
Oh, you can't take pictures. That's what it's
Yeah, you can't take pictures. Hospital in the Rock is like $30 a person for an hour tour.
Like a bunker type deal, but
yeah.
we also saw that in Gibraltar, so you're kind of like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't that thrilled in Gibraltar.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah. So anyway, we talk ourselves out of almost anything. So we just hung out because we were going to do several of those things, and we're like, oh, let's not do that. So you watched the movies. I took a nap.
I've never watched so many movies in my life.
And then we went last night to Margaret Island again because they have a fountain light show for free.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock. So we left at like 7 something, and you wanted to go see a statue, so we went and saw a statue. And then we'd also seen on Margaret Island that at night this garden had, like, they had a special plaque about it, like the city invested all this money into lights at night that lit up the trees or something. Well, that was underwhelming.
Yeah, that was
like,
more underwhelming than the water fountain.
I thought it would be like the bushes all lit up, the trees, but it was like lights on a pole that shined onto the trees in different colors.
It was sort of like stoplight that shined on the trees, turned in different colors. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't I wouldn't make a special trip.
No. But then we went to the fountain.
Yeah, I mean, that was, It was
free.
Okay. It was free. And
well, it had like weird
some
music.
places would charge for that.
Yeah,
so.
it started with like an Adele song, Then there was
Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
yeah, and then what was the other one? Steppenwolf.
And yeah, the water fountain can only do so many different little things, so you end up sort of seeing the same thing.
They did have a couple of
Like classical songs that they would
and
have.
that were so it had lights and different patterns. And then at the end, it made like this dome of mist.
Mist screen.
Yeah, and then it projected images
Stuff
on
in
it.
Hungarian.
It seemed to be famous Hungarian people. So like it had a light bulb with a question mark. So I'm assuming those were like
Had the Rubik's Cube guy.
yeah, philosophers or scientists or something. Then it had the mask for theater people. So then it projected
Some soccer player.
yeah, faces of people onto this misty dome.
Yeah, that was, I mean, interesting.
It was backwards where we were sitting.
Yeah.
Everything was backwards, but
There were a lot of people there. I mean, at least, I can imagine in the summer it's packed,
Yeah.
but this time of year it's not as packed.
like we had found benches to sit on, but we got there 20 minutes before it started. So that was interesting, and then we walked from there to Parliament.
Saw all the birds over top of
Yeah,
Parliament.
that was weird. I guess they like
I hit the
the lights
Yeah.
on the camera. And then there were lots of bird noises that we can't figure out if they were piped in or real. But on the other side of Parliament, there weren't any bird noises.
I think they were piped in. I think they probably were stuff to try to keep away the other birds.
They weren't.
Well, they weren't landing on the building,
No, they were not.
which is where you get your poop problem.
So we did that, and then we rode the metro back, which was pretty
Nice.
crowded at 10:30 at night.
You could see interesting people at
It was
night,
very interesting. And that was like our latest night out.
but very safe.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about it.
Yeah, as we're
Very-
walking back, we're like, the worst that's gonna happen, you might get mugged, but it doesn't ever feel like that.
Yeah.
Or
And you could
pickpocket.
sit in a crowd
Yeah,
at that water thing and not have to worry that
someone's gonna
something weird was going to go on
shoot
there.
you. Yeah, it's just it's such a safe feeling.
Yeah.
Like, even I don't ever feel like I'm anywhere that I have to worry about a pickpocket or it's not the most crowded time of year, certainly. And a lot of things we're doing are not
Yeah.
super touristy. So that's week 2. We got 2 more weeks to go. And then we move to a new country and different types of confusion.
Start the transportation wars all over again.
Yeah, and grocery store finding. My friend Maria teases me that I talk about the grocery store, so I haven't this time, so let me just say.
It is nice to have a grocery store.
The Prima grocery store down the street.
Well, we got 3, so that just kind of makes it even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prima's the best, but just having the ability to go to another one,
If we
2 other options.
get to Zagreb, I feel like we're going to have a letdown on the end of the grocery store.
It always happens. TV may not be as good either. Well, you never know. You get there and something doesn't
Even
work
the
right.
internet,
Well, like,
the Fire Stick.
yeah, the Fire Stick not being as good or something.
But that grocery store, I'm telling you,
It's the best thing ever.
being able to have access to food.
I need more checkout lines.
Yeah, it's very crowded, but it really does make a huge difference.
It's very nice.
Thanks for listening to us blab
Blab
again.
again.
Talk to you in a week.